Looks like there's a coordinated effort to get you to sell all your crypto, with a bunch of crypto influencers posting the same exact message that they sold all their crypto. Just almost expected to see this type of manipulation, calculated manipulation. Happens every bull run. Don't fall for this nonsense. Hence the thumbnail of the video. Do not give up. Don't fall for it. Focus on the data. Focus on the business cycle. Focus on everything as a macro investor that we've been looking at. In this video, I want to kind of talk about this. I also just want to dig into the Ethereum price action right now. Completely normal move so far of consolidation for Ethereum, as it just kind of hit all-time high not too long ago. And then I want to do this comparison between Chainlink and Cardano. I think it's going to be incredibly useful for all altcoin holders. I think Cardano holders in particular might find this incredibly useful. The data that I'm going to show you in terms of where we are in the cycle and how things are really progressing for something like ADA and Chainlink. So please hit the subscribe and like on the way in. If you're not in our intelligence system, get back there. We have a free trial going on right now. There's still so much time to prepare and strategize. We just released our dashboard feature. Many of you members out there might not even know it's back there. You can build and customize your own dashboard with all of our widgets. So if you have our ADA risk model, Ethereum risk model, you can kind of click through to that risk model and you'll be brought to the risk model in the system. So get back there, everybody. If you want to try us out, it's a free trial right now. So as we begin this video, I do just want to kind of start with just a very important message to all of you. We're going to look at data, we're going to look at charts, we're going to look at all of this, we're going to talk about the macro. But just please know, especially if it's your first bull run, your first cycle, there's been manipulation across cycles. And Marty over here is just reposting what we've read, and it says it happens every bull run. Don't fall for this nonsense. We've been tracking the manipulation. We've been tracking what Binance is doing, what market makers are doing. Price is being suppressed while there's been insane inflows from an institutional standpoint and a setup for all these altcoin ETFs. So please just focus on what is going on right now. I want to start really briefly with Ethereum. I think Ethereum continues to act as a very good guide for this cycle, and it'll continue to act as a good guide even as we go into this week. I want to show you a very quick clip from the 22nd of August, around, 8 days ago. Check it out. Be careful of resistance right now. A little bit of hype. We're going into a weekend. We might get some choppiness. We might get rejection. We might start falling again. So be careful. So the reason, there's multiple reasons for what's happening right now. There's that little arrow when I was doing that video after that nice little pump. I was in the car driving and I'm still on the road. I'm going to be getting back into the groove in like a couple of days. I'm actually in my brother's office right now. But this swing high, we've been dipping, right? This is a completely normal move of resistance. The same exact type of move of resistance happened last cycle when Ethereum was actually breaking all-time high and then it just started dipping. I think it was like 20% or so. But beyond that, we were using actually our risk model back here for Ethereum as kind of this little kind of analysis data point, which isn't so typical for a risk model. Usually we're using these to set alerts so we can exit at proper times and take profits at proper times. But this swing high area of around 60, here's March 2024, and then here's back here around 58 in December 2024, and then we're dipping. And then we just hit once again 60, and now we're consolidating again. This has been an area on this chart. You can see on our risk model for Ethereum, the bull market has not started yet. So there might be a need for even a multi-week consolidation. It could be multi-month, I don't know. But from a price action perspective, even if it's going to be another red week, maybe it'll be green, I'm still continuing to watch a very simple area on the Ethereum charts. It's in between the 20 and the 50-day moving average, and it is also this macro long-term. And I have terrible connection right now. The entire price action is not loading, but this is a massive multi-year triangle. And you can just see the throwback to the apex is in play. But this first area of support is down to around $3,900. That will be a completely normal move. I won't be freaking out if that were to happen. I really want to look at, and by the way, I'm bringing that up because as we get into this new week, we end this weekend in the next day or so. Monday is a long weekend. Just if it continues to fall, that's an area that I'm watching, around 3,900 at the 50-day moving average. If we break back above the 20, this could be a very good first sign, $4,500. But I want to talk about Ethereum Cardano and Chainlink. And I really want to speak to, man, is Cardano in trouble? Number one. But how is Chainlink, like one of the most bullish cryptos this cycle, and we're going to talk about why, how is it still so far from all-time high? What's going on there? Before I jump into those charts, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, itrustcapital. Buy and sell crypto, gold, and silver with your IRA. When I start thinking about the macro, I even think about our risk models that we have back here, a bull market for altcoins, a bull move, a parabolic move, not getting into these higher risk scores happening yet. When that starts happening, if you're a macro investor and if you plan on being a macro investor, meaning you're buying and selling on the long term, right? Like altcoins are going parabolic and you're taking profit finally, but you want to move it into Bitcoin, you want to keep it in the game or even in USD, you can do it tax-free within your crypto IRA, meaning it's not going to, if you trade out of something at the top of a parabolic move, because risk scores are hitting like 100, you make a move in your IRA, you're not being taxed on that. So it's a very strategic approach for macro investors, and they are the number one go-to platform, everybody. So please hit the link below and get set up with an iTrust account. It's so quick. It takes minutes to get set up. And shout out to iTrust for sponsoring the video. Here's what I want to show you in relation to Chainlink and Cardano. First off, Chainlink, here's what's going on. Many of you know. Chainlink secures 93 billion across 60 plus blockchains. It powers 68% of all DeFi, connects Web3 to JP Morgan, MasterCard, Swift, and more. Chainlink is like at the center of crypto and the expansion of crypto into traditional markets. Chainlink it's one of the most bullish cryptos. How is it that, we see Ethereum has broken all time? What's going on with Chainlink? It is right now still over 100% away from breaking all-time highs. The reason for this is because this is how cryptos move. And there might be others that break all-time highs before Chainlink. And Chainlink might break all-time high before Cardano. Cardano might break all-time high before Chainlink. But there's a very powerful lesson that has happened across cycles that I really want to, again, put out there. Don't chase those moves when your coin's not doing anything. But this kind of leads to the question of, well, what's going on with altcoins? Well, here we have the most bullish crypto. One of the most bullish cryptos fundamentally is Chainlink. Many people are kind of like talking about something like ADA and just ADA looks terrible, right? Well, I want to show you something. Every crypto, first off, has its own kind of fundamental bullishness. For me, Cardano, we just looked at Chainlink. Cardano is the biggest community-driven, most decentralized, secure chain. And it's about to unlock Bitcoin DeFi and many other things. But I took this fractal for Chainlink, right? You see in yellow. And I'm just going to copy it. And it comes from around September when cryptos were September 2023, cryptos were kind of escaping, right? So here's September 2023 back, where is it? Let's see, like right around here, right? So this move, and if we kind of overlay it on Cardano, look at the price action. It's crazy to see the price action for Cardano and Chainlink are so similar, and they have different fundamentals. They have different things going on. And there's a case, and this is partly why I want to do this, there's a case where Cardano actually starts breaking out towards all-time high quicker than Link, or Link starts breaking out all-time high quicker than Cardano. There might be a dip on both first, but we are at the very beginning of a bull move for these cryptos. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it does not matter what altcoin you hold. You have your own thesis of why you're holding what you're holding. If we get an altcoin bull market, I think it's very likely that altcoins are going to do very well. Be very careful in terms of if Link starts breaking out before ADA or ADA starts breaking out before Link, be very careful of falling into this trap where you move it to the one that's moving, because you might be starting to buy the top or a swing high, and then finally into the next week, the other altcoin is going to move the one that you were holding and you sold. I want to put that out there because I can just see there's a lot of emotional people in the comments. There's a lot of emotional people in crypto. Stick with it. And again, do not give up as we see the manipulation that's happening in these markets. But just look at this picture right now. Just the similar consolidation and structure on something like Cardano and Chainlink, two bullish cryptos in their own ways. But it's not like It's not like one has it all made and the other doesn't, right? And this applies to all altcoins across the space. And I really wanted to bring that up. When it comes to these cryptos, here's a Chainlink risk score, 44. It is in incredible low risk score territory. Look at last cycle, these higher risk scores that it was hitting. The top of the last bull cycle, the 86 area, we're at 44. Go to Cardano, it's in the 30s, I think. It's at 37, right? And when we're looking at these risk models, you can see how these bull moves have not happened yet. There's a lot of volatility. There could be more manipulation, more dips, but I'm focused on this data, the pre-bull move data, the pre-bull market data, as we get ready, I think, to enter a very bullish cycle for risk on assets. So these are my thoughts today, everybody. I wanted to share it with you. I'm still on the road. I'm trying to put out some content as much as I can. And I appreciate you watching and kind of going through this with me. I know it's not been like the best quality, but been enjoying doing some content on the road. But we'll be getting back in the groove this week. If you're out there, you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Please hit this like button if you enjoyed the video. And again, shout out to the sponsor of today's video, itrustcapital. Go get set up with them if you do not have an account, and check them out if you're a macro investor. So I'll see you all in the next video. Again, appreciate you watching. God bless.